welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at a real workhorse of professional audio, the DBX231SV, dual-channel 31-band equalizer.
Yeah, this thing is everywhere.
It really is. So our mission is to get past the marketing hype and figure out what hard numbers and specs make this gear so essential for engineers who need, truly exceptional sound.
Well, let's start with what's under the hood, because that really defines what it can do. It's a dual-channel unit, so it's handling two separate signals.
Stereo, basically.
Right. But the real key here is the resolution. It has 31 bands per channel, and they're 13-octave constant Q frequency bands.
Okay, so let's unpack that for a second. 31 bands, 13-octave resolution. That sounds like a lot of control, almost overkill. Is that like using a scalpel instead of a butter knife?
That's the perfect analogy. It allows for what engineers call surgical corrections. I mean, if you've got this one horrible feedback frequency ringing in a room...
We've all been there.
Oh, yeah. This lets you find that exact narrow frequency and just pull it out without messing up the sound around it.
Yeah.
And the constant Q part is critical. It means when you adjust a slider, the filter's width stays the same.
So your adjustments are predictable.
Predictable and reliable every single time.
And you can feel that control physically, right?
Right.
With those 20mm sliders, you have 31 individual points of contact for each channel.
And that control is flexible. I mean, the unit knows that mastering a record in a studio is a totally different job from, say, fixing a terrible-sounding basement venue.
Right.
So you can switch the booth cut range, you can go for a subtle plus or minus 6 dB, or a much more aggressive plus or minus 12 dB.
That 12 dB range must be the panic button for when things are going really wrong.
It really is. It's for major correctional work.
Okay, so what other controls do engineers need when they're, in the middle of a show?
Well, there are two big ones on the front. First, a simple bypass switch. You have to be able to do a quick A/B comparison.
Hear what you're doing versus the original signal.
Exactly. And second, there's a dedicated low-cut switch. You hit that, and it kicks in a 50 hertz, 12 dB per octave high-pass filter. It's just a clean, quick way to get rid of all that sub-bass mud from stage rumble or an air conditioner.
Stuff that just eats up your amplifier power for no good reason.
It just sucks up your headroom.
Yep. And connectivity-wise, it's got the standard pro stuff, XLR, 14 TRS inputs and outputs, and it says they're RF filtered.
Which is so important. It means the gear is built to survive in the real world, full of radio signals and messy power, without picking up all that noise.
So the signal gets in clean. But that's only half the battle, right?
Absolutely. Now we need to talk about the numbers that guarantee the signal stays clean on the inside. What are the key performance specs that really define this as a professional piece of kit?
Let's do it. Let's get into the hard data.
Okay, number one, dynamic range. It's typically greater than 112 dB.
It's huge.
It's a massive gap between the absolute quietest noise the unit makes, the hiss, and the loudest signal it can handle. It means in those quiet moments, you hear silence, not the gear.
Total sonic purity.
Pretty much. Then number two is THD plus noise, which stands for total harmonic distortion plus noise. It's rated at less than 0.003%.
Which means?
It means the box itself adds almost zero unwanted color or distortion to your audio. You're just shaping frequencies, not, corrupting the sound.
And the third stat, frequency response, I think ties right into that idea of purity.
It does. The spec says it runs from under 10 hertz to over 50 kilohertz. Now, we can't hear up to 50 kilohertz.
Not even close.
But having that extended range ensures that all the complex harmonics and the phase relationships inside the range we can hear, say, 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, stay perfectly intact. It preserves what engineers call the air in the sound.
So if we bring this all together for you listening, it seems that the DBX231SV is all about this balancing act. You get this incredibly granular surgical control with the 31 bands. But it's paired with this absolute technical purity that's proven by those hard numbers.
Which kind of leaves us with a final thought to chew on. If pro audio gear needs to be technically perfect, well beyond what our ears can even perceive, like that 50 kilohertz response, what level of technical perfection is actually necessary for sound to be considered perfect to a human being versus just being good enough?
A great question to think about next time you're listening to your favorite track.